Hey everyone, it's Harry the Soul Coach, and today a bit more of a humorous one, and to show you how to change the perspective and look from the highest perspective. So, who's seen this man? Okay, so I'm laughing because if you look at this from different perspectives, you're going to see everyone's emotions that come out from stuff like this. So, I came from the fitness industry. I was a successful personal trainer. I had two successful personal training studios in central London for 12 years. I employed personal trainers. I ran an education company, so I used to train people to become trainers. I loved what I did. I loved the industry, and I saw everything, all sorts of things. And it's been really interesting for me because I had two gyms for 12 years. However, the last 3 years, I completely removed myself from the fitness industry. COVID was quite challenging, and I've changed. I've gone on a journey, so I haven't been engaged with the fitness industry at all. My Instagram account got banned, so I lost all the pages that I used to follow, and there was all sorts on there. So I've been a complete away from the fitness industry, and I'm also now viewing it, looking back into the industry, knowing what it was like being in there, and you see things completely differently. So I'm watching this back. It popped up on my news feed recently. So my personal trainer ego went off. My being a manager, employee, and the ego went off. Being an educator and showing students, they all went off. Now I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from someone who's not in the industry, and I wanted to show you like the knock-on effects with things like this. So first of all, let me just focus on the video. This guy is he's all over the place at the moment from the way that he trains his clients, and he does a little dance. He's got his music playing, and his clients are literally running up and down the spot. So the personal trainer side of me, first of all, if you just pay attention, and this is what always happens within the personal trainer world, and the personal trainer world has got some really good people in there, but very grumpy people. And I know why people get grumpy because they see things like this that they take with pride being a personal trainer. And they'll say, that's not personal training. They're charging a lot of money and they moan about it and they get grumpy about it. And I used to be one of those people, used to see some sort of things going on in the gym and you're putting your hands in your head because people are paying money for this. So if looking at this guy as a one-off video is entertaining, if you see the way he trains all of his clients, half the time he's not even looking at them. They're all doing high knees, they're all bouncing on the box. There's no thought to any of it. It's just jump up and down in the spot. So, being a critique on that, I wouldn't say it's the best of personal training. However, you've got to look at all of it. Personal training is all about an experience. And what I've learned being out in the industry, looking back on it, I mentioned a lot of people are grumpy. It's the passion element too. So being a boss, my most important thing was finding trainers, which was difficult, that love what they did. And not only did they love what they do it. It's part of their life. Where a lot out of the industry, it's got all sorts of cowboys in there. There's lots of people that have a profile photo and advertise their photos from 10 years ago, but they still use that photo. They don't look the same anymore. There's personalities of all sorts and kinds. And as I was making my way out the industry, then the influencers all suddenly come on my radar because of the education. So I started training a lot of people that were big influencers, and I saw a whole completely different world that I hadn't even witnessed within about 10 years of being in the industry. So there's all these changes taking place. So I want to just show you just a few more and just look at it from a personal trainer perspective. All his clients are doing the same. Look at it from an entertainment perspective. Looking in at this, they look like they're having fun. He definitely looks like he's having fun. A lot of people are enjoying this content. And I want to show you how things like this, you can just be one of those people to moan about it. This happens in all walks of life. It happens in all walks of life. So I've seen a lot of the comments of the moany people. That's not your life. That's his. And he's doing a good job out of it. And people are going there for experience. We don't know anything about him. We don't know about the relationship he builds with his clients. We don't know what the results. The one thing that you can tell from him by just looking at him visually, he's consistent. He shows up. Oh, steroids, steroids. He's consistent. The moaning and finding different things to blame about people, which happens all the time too in our industry, is because we're not focusing on us as number one. So looking at it from the personal trainer perspective, just see every session's the same. And on this one, watch the kids as well. Like as a kid doing it, they must love it. And look at his. So I said the word passion. Look, he looks like he's enjoying himself. But it gets funnier because this has gone viral in a completely different way. And this is the power of the internet. So I'll skip on to the next one. So if you look at that one, like he's working them hard. They're going for a workout. They're getting a lot of energy in with the session. I'm laughing because I can imagine me employing personal trainers. And obviously when you have interviews and stuff, you look at their portfolio, you ask them questions, you find out a bit about them. We used to take them through, or they took us through a session. So we got to see them teaching as a personal trainer. I can imagine if all of a sudden one of the trainers training our clients then started doing this on the floor. You'd be looking at them going, stop that, stop that. But watch this one as well. So I just think it's funny because we're only seeing minute clips and the amount of moany comments that come after, like, it's ridiculous, but it's a repeated, predictable behavior that we get caught in. People like to moan. They don't see it from a bigger perspective, or they're looking in from just the world of personal training and fitness, which is where most of the moans come from. So watch this one, just so you get an idea. I was waiting for the drop then as well, but you can see it's the same sort of training. They're just running up and down the spot, and my ego goes off, and people are paying for that, good money for that as well, and it's the same thing. However, zoom out again because we're only watching minute clips, and I kept saying that's all he does with his clients. That could be just his minute show reel. That's the thing that everyone recognizes him by. Because if you look at the way that his arms look, he doesn't train like that himself. Yet the videos that he puts up were all of this bit. But think about the attention, and what I'm going to show you next is just funny. I've been somehow catching all these for the best part of the afternoon, and I'm laughing my head off because it just shows you how we didn't have TikTok. And when I first set up the company, there wasn't Instagram. Twitter had just started really kicking off. So I was watching all the different social media channels and stuff, the way that evolved throughout the fitness industry over the years. And for me, this is funny. So, from a higher perspective now, just from entertainment, because the world is in quite a negative state still. If you watch my channel, there's a lot of good things happening, a lot of good things. This year is going to be quite crazy for a lot of people. So, this side of things is important because it does make people laugh. It does get people being creative. And I'll show you two first of all, but you'll see this. Just look at the way they all play their roles in this. Where my fine she ate. This one, this is the best one. I'm laughing my head off with this. This is the way they've done it all. Look, a personal trainer face off. Look at the guy holding the weight. Look at his face all the way through this as well. You might not find that funny, but I've been laughing at this all day just because of all the different perspectives going off now. So there's more of them. So watch how it also the ripple effect of this. And this is why I think the internet is funny and everyone latches onto it. So it's a flow. So watch this one. And then it just keeps going of different ones now. So I'll leave them playing and you'll hear me giggling in the background. But this is, for me, the difference is if I was back in the fitness industry and that's all I knew, and I've seen it change all the time, you're seeing all these things come out and your head's in your hands. There's many personal trainers, and I'm sure there'll be a few that watch this, that know someone who moans all the time. And you see them moan with their clients, and then all their clients seem to be the moany ones they attract. As a boss, when I used to employ and you had that one person was moaning, it brought the whole team down. And then you hear them bitching and moaning to your clients that they training. And then just this whole, so for me, looking back at it, the most important thing is the passion, it's the enjoyment, it's the smiles, it's that connection with the client. And what I've also learned is the body, the way that we're explained it, is too overcomplicated. The way that we even explain the message on our social media are meant to be appealing to the clients, especially on LinkedIn and places like that, using all these big buzzwords. They don't have a clue. It's so too far-fetched. It's too much. And people are unable to relate to it. Feeling good, seeing change, like they're important things for people. Losing weight is a big thing. A lot of people moan about, no, you shouldn't look at weight, you shouldn't pay attention. That's what people want. People want to look better because they know what they used to look like in certain clothes. That's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So then watch this, how it just ripples up, and people do get creative and stuff with it. So can you imagine as well, people looking in going, and you got this one. It made me laugh. And I'm sure there's loads and loads and loads of them. These are from all different countries around the world too. So again, that knock-on effect for someone who is being authentic, who's got his own thing, and it works. So my whole focus now is to bring positivity, is to show people we're heading into a really new, unique space. And evil, darkness, corruption, crime, as you know it, will not exist. You have to watch my stuff. I put a lot of research into it, and there's a lot more magical things coming our way. So looking at this from a higher perspective now, see the enjoyment from it. Look at the way that it ignites people from all around the world. There's something now in common. And it's a memory I'm sure that people will carry with them. So enjoy this one. I'll leave you one more. And just the way that this video is being made, just a girl has just shown the video, sharing it, but she's just dancing the whole time too. So I hope you enjoy this, people. This is just an example how social media can play on emotions. If we're unconscious, we can get triggered by it. We can definitely moan and post comments, and people don't want that. People don't want that. We can accept that goes on. We can accept that some people do very well out of doing things like this. That's them. So things are changing. So all I'm going to leave you with is just know that there's a lot of changes in 2024 coming. And there's going to seem like a lot of darkness and a lot of craziness all around the world. The world is getting pulled in, and it's something that you'll hear more and more of, the Great Awakening. So enjoy this last video, people. Peace out, everyone.